Looks like I'm not the only one who leaves important papers lying about. Give that a read, why don't you? Their high priest actually ordered them to kill us.
No remorse!
That amulet looks important. Better hang on to that.
Kill!
Close approximation of our calling card, but that entire pile is obviously a forgery. So the Order of the Waking Flame killed your counselors and placed the blame on the Dark Brotherhood. Then their high priest sent his followers to kill us. Care to enlighten me as to what this is actually all about now? All this fuss and bother over an old Imperial secret? Let's review what we learned. The High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame sent cultists to the Sanctuary to eliminate both my Dark Brotherhood assassins and you and the Wood Elf. Obviously the cult has someone watching you. They knew exactly when to attack, certain we'd all be in the Sanctuary. Plus, they were after some cache hidden there. So who are these cultists? And how well do you trust your masters in Leowin? I'm not suggesting anything. Just following the clues. If the cultists are Dagonists, then their high priest is probably a true fanatic. This secret must be pretty important, and most likely pertains to death and destruction. Let's keep searching. Let's see if something deeper inside this ruin points us to the identity of the cult's high priest. Figure out who they are, and you may learn more about this secret than you ever imagined. Oh, and you still have that amulet. It might come in handy. Because I owe them for besmirching the good reputation of the Dark Brotherhood and for ordering the deaths of my brothers and sisters. And because now, I'm curious. It's like an itch that needs to be scratched. No. The Order suggested it was placed in the Sanctuary after we abandoned it the first time. We hadn't finished reopening the place, and I hadn't run across any hidden caches. Another mystery, I suppose. Let's keep looking. This door looks impressive. Let's see what's on the other side. Over here. Voices.
We failed to kill all the assassins, and the Wood Elf and the mercenary are still alive.
Yes. The High Priest isn't going to be happy about that, but we retrieved the cache hidden in the old sanctuary.
With the contents of the cache, the High Priest should be able to determine where to find the first ambition.
Agreed. And we will soon have the location of another one of the ambitions. As just another Imperial counselor, the High Priest has them all fooled.
Now that's something new. What do you think? Sometimes listening provides the answers we seek. It seems their High Priest is actually one of your counselors. That explains how they knew your movements. And they found whatever they were looking for in the sanctuary. I'd rather not know any more about this damn secret. It's cursed. But did you see how they opened that portal? They used their amulet on the pedestal. You still have the one we found? Let's find another pedestal and see if we can follow them. Keep looking. We need to find a pedestal like the one those cultists used. That pedestal looks promising. Let's talk before you try to open a portal. This may work. It may not. We may open a portal that takes us to the cultists, or we may open one to some dark and deadly corner of oblivion. Still, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, ready to try something daring? It looked to me like the cultists used their amulet on the pedestal and opened a portal. Examine the pedestal and see if there's a place to fit the amulet. These Dagonist fools think they've gotten the better of us. Let's prove them wrong. Well, we have a portal. Now to find out if leaping into it turns out to be a good or bad idea.
Like those who were being followed, acolyte. I've chosen the true power.
We're too late. The location of the ambition was sent to the High Priest. What was that about an attack on Leowin Castle? Vandacia is the Order's High Priest. I knew I disliked the man the moment he had me beaten. So, now I know who needs to die for this grave insult to the Dark Brotherhood. Counselor Von Dacia, the High Priest of the Waking Flame. But what do you make of that journal entry about the first ambition and an attack on Leeuwin Castle? They got what they were after, and now they're sending their forces to kill the rest of the counselors. With the other counselors dead, Von Dacia will be the only person who knows the secret of the Longhouse Emperors. And Von Dacia will do everything in his power to get his hands on those documents. I suppose your course is clear. You need to return to Leeuwin Castle as quick as you can. I'm going to stick around and deal with a few more of these Waking Flame cultists. I still have a little anger to work off after that attack on my sanctuary. I suggest you return to Leeuwin Castle with all due haste. I'm an assassin, not a soldier. I've done my part. Now go do yours. When I'm finished here, if Von Dacia is still alive, well, then we'll see what we shall see. That portal should take you back toward the exit, or to some terrible...
For glory! Strike now! Well, at least you didn't steal it yourself.
I admit it's quite a story, but I know the difference between a tall tale and a large problem. I'll help however I can.
I shudder to think
My, you're as free-roaming as a traveling circus. I wouldn't have expected we'd cross paths on the other side of Tamriel. I would invite you to join us as a guest performer, but our show is cancelled indefinitely. On account of drama, ironically. There's a more sinister mischief in Farmer's Nook than the sort the House of Reveries trades in. I hear of townsfolk disappearing, only to turn up and act oddly. We only set camp recently, but the locals fear we've somehow caused their plight. None. That farmer Hesef said his sister was among the afflicted, and she died recently. At least he thought she died, but she left no corpse. I must clear the troop's name. With the locals wary as they are, though, I need help. And I can pay. Hesef mentioned that two of his neighbors also had loved ones vanish. Braden DeVoe and Jahuz. Speak with them. They may be more open with a less grandiose traveler. You might also speak with Hesef directly, if you wish. Patching things up with my sister was easier than I expected. I should have given her more credit. They say you can never truly know another person, but talking helps. You should pay another visit. Maybe audition for real this time. Sleepy little towns like Farmer's Nook are the most in need of an escape from the mundane. We came to offer them some mirth and mystery, but it appears we've been upstaged. Well, our troop won't be outdone so easily. We have a reputation to uphold. Help, of course. I've devoted my life to liberating people from their troubles, however briefly. And if I can't do that from a stage, then I will take my talents where they are most needed. Have you forgotten already? I may have abandoned joining the Sapiarchy, but I was still a top candidate among many a talented scholar and mage. I don't have your experience as an adventurer, but I'm more suited to unraveling this mystery than most.
My rival returns! Do you seek to pit your dancing skills against mine once again? Or have you simply come for the beautiful scenery? Quite well, thank you. The work of a master dancer never ends. And I hope this sojourn abroad will expose me to dances I've never encountered in Somerset. Did you know the Reach folk have a complicated ritual dance that goes back centuries? Well, that would be grand, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, alchemy believes that any overtures would be met with harsh words at best and unsheathed weapons at worst. Still, I hold out hope that I'll learn something new during our travels.
Why, if it isn't my favorite juggler of daggers! I knew you took a fancy to me the moment we met, but I didn't expect you to follow me all the way out to Blackwood. Enjoying my time on the road. This is my first sojourn abroad since joining the House of Reveries, and I'm quite taken with the life of a traveling performer. There's so much to see and do and drink. Oh, there's so many different things to drink. She has a soft spot for people. Nothing makes her happier than bringing joy to others. When she sees people suffering, she just can't abide it. Her bleeding heart can be a bit of an inconvenience, but it makes her a good mentor and friend. She's made all sorts of acts of kindness on the road, big and small. Never for the praise. Alchemy may enjoy her accolades for her acting, but she's usually discreet with her charity. She even raised money for the orphanage in Blackwood.
Welcome, traveler. Rest your weary bones and enjoy the best show anywhere in Tamriel.
Stand well clear, my friend. My performance is hot, hot, hot! The only strange occurrence I've seen is a complete lack of interest in our show. You're the first person to show even the slightest interest. It's been more than a little disheartening.
So, working with the mummers. They may seem strange, but you're safer resting at their camp than at the inn. Not to say Braden runs a poor establishment, mind. There's just strangeness afoot in our little village. Folk have been going missing of late, including my sister, Seal. Never for long, a few days. Just enough to plant a worry before they wander back as if nothing happened. But something did. They come back different. Like everything's unfamiliar. Weren't her memory. She could recall details down to where she last left the salt, but acted like she'd never tasted it. She'd bring up things I'd long forgotten as if they'd happened yesterday. Started dredging up old hurts we'd put past us long ago. Can't say. Felt like she wanted to relive the past, good and bad. Don't know what would have brought that on. We lead quiet lives now. Happy lives, I thought. Led, I suppose. She's gone now. If it was even her in the first place. Seal led me to our old swimming hole. Hadn't been there in decades. She dove right in like we did as kids. I looked away before she struck the water. She hit hard. When I screwed up the courage to look, just inky black water. She was gone. That's right. Even with that ink in the pool, I could tell her body weren't there. I searched around the swimming hole, too. Nothing. Not so much as a wet footprint or even more of that vile ink, like she'd vanished. A lot from our childhood, mostly. If our parents were around, they were deep in the skooma, so Seal and I had to look out for... No. Maybe. We'd sit down for meals together and tend the farm together. We were all a bit shaken by what happened with Igmund, but the truth is, I didn't make it far myself. Can a ghost take your head?
Ah! Careful! You might have scared the mayor. Who are you? What do you want? You've come about Bugtail. I knew someone would, but my neighbors have kept their distance since he returned. I cannot blame them. I scarcely wish to take him back myself, not after Igmund and Seal. But I couldn't bring myself to turn him away. Yes? Or rather, I fear I will share his fate. Bugtail rode out to deliver a horse despite my protest. The gelding returned. He did not. Before I would have been the first to go looking, but I dreaded he'd return. Like the others. And he did. Dead or gone for now. Even the horses could tell something was wrong with him. I fought with this one's reins as he groomed her, but she started and kicked Bugtail. Ink sprayed everywhere. When I cleared my eyes, it was all that remained. I do not wish to speak of what has happened here, but I will. In the far-off land of Elsewhere, I was taken by Sea Elf privateers and sold into Imperial slavery. Bugtail had been a slave for many years when I arrived. Like many Khajiit after Queen Eurexia invaded Elsewhere, we bonded because we spoke so little. You may think me a spinner of tall tales, but I swear I speak no lies. Bugtail and I were languishing. I hope those days have better prepared you for our troubles than I. Truthfully, I do not know what scared me more. I would not have suspected anything amiss had I not. He seemed to want to reminisce.
Have you heard that King Lelorian has returned?
We're out of meat and no hot meals. If those are luxuries to which you're accustomed, you can keep on moving and find another inn. What are you, some sort of adventurer? Yeah. Yeah, you look the damned fool. You wanted to build a bonfire and drink the night away like we used to. Haven't seen Igmund down mead like that since we were barely men. He lost his legs and tumbled into the fire. Nothing but cinders left by the time I doused the blaze. Not so much of a scrap of clothing. Just black, tarry ashes. I want to know what happened to my brother. Whether he's alive or truly dead. Even if the truth says no. Things were as they usually are in Farmer's Nook. Uneventful. 2 others disappeared since Igmund. And all 3 were acting strange before they met untimely ends. That's right. He'd gone to get supplies from Gideon.
Wait a moment, stranger. I need to speak with you. So you're the one's been asking questions about the people who've gone missing, then come back wrong? I don't like involving strangers in our affairs, but my daughter's gone. Not the first time, or even the 4th, that Annis has run off, but... well, you've heard what befell the others. I'm worried she's in real danger. A few days ago, I punished her for neglecting her chores again. She must have snuck out in the night. I couldn't find hide nor hair of her in the morning. She hasn't been home since. She's a stubborn one. But normally she'd have come back by now. I just want to know she's all right. I hate asking a stranger to do this, but no one else has the spine to leave the Nook right now, and I can't go traipsing after that rapscallion like I used to. Will you find Annis and bring her back to me? Our house is just over there, on the west. She doesn't want to live here in Farmer's Nook, I can tell you that. That girl's been trying to get out of here since she was old enough. It's not like I raised her to embrace a life of piracy. It's those books her father got her when she was young. Sailing is days... Huh? We don't have much, I know. Annis never fails to remind me. Have you found anything that might lead to my daughter? That's just some old handbill Annis had been hanging on to. Months old. Some vessel seeking fresh-faced deckhands that's long since pulled up anchor. I pitched it to the hearth after our last argument. Probably why she left, but not where. When Anise was little, we couldn't keep her away from it. She'd grab it when we weren't looking and batter the walls and stairs, pretending it was her What's that doing out? Anice's plan for a fort. My husband built it for her when she was about 6. Oh, it must be a moldering wreck by now.
Ah, you're off to find this Annie's girl, then. Tell me what you've learned. I wasn't able... You've been gone for some time. You managed to persuade the locals to share their stories with you, yes? Restless phantoms returning to say their... You and Hesef have been our only visitors at the camp, seeking out a more comforting... What a charming little thought. Well cared for, loved. Annie's home away from home. We should look around. Seems our pirate raided the pantry before she left. She planned to be gone a while. A list of departures. Annie's had a mind to travel. I wonder what adventures this tiny sword has seen. Footprints coming here and heading somewhere else. I can picture our young heroine, wielding her imagination like a saber and cutting her way through all manner of adventure. I crave adventure and freedom. Play is my only escape. I come here to plan. I fantasize about leaving. Doubt holds me back. I need someone to believe in me. So often I'm alone, but today I have a visitor. Someone I trust. I go with them. I've never been more excited. I believe I have thrust to the heart of the matter. Hear me out. Getting into character, you could say. She's young, or at least young at heart. She's one place to sleep, yet 2 mugs on the crate, both unfinished. I don't know who Annie's met out here, but the clues suggest that she was... The tracks lead to this ruin. Did Annie's come here seeking adventure? We should look around. Despite the smell, I don't think that's a funerary urn. The ashes are too fresh. There are bits of paper in this brazier, but this book is well worn, but hardly old, given... I believe Annie's came here and performed some sort of ritual, and not the... I'm certain that well-worn adventure book... Daedric rituals weren't... If Annie's does return to Farmer's Nook, be careful confront... Afraid...
thought you gave up thieving.
Niece, everything all right?
You? Your mother's looked all over for you. Where have you been?
Ugh, I ran away again, all right? Just be glad I came back at all. What's the big deal? This is the 7th time I tried running away in 3 years. Why are they all gawping at me like they're afraid to blink? Do I know... No, I don't know you. Why do you care? And none of those people disappeared. They just didn't want anyone to miss them. What? No, it's not like they're buried in a crypt or anything. I'm just trying to say I'm not the only one who felt trapped here. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I don't even know you.
I hate to interrupt, but... May we have a word in private? So, that's Anis Favrod. What do you make of her? How apropos, considering that little library we found is a shrine to Hermaeus Mora. Though I'm still not sure how the Demon of Knowledge fits into this puzzle of ours. Why would Anis consort with it? Perhaps I should have made an offering of my own? It certainly looks that way. I didn't find anything relating to the ritual that was performed at that The shrine we found was simply one of many ruins. I discovered the ruin I spoke of is north of town, not too far. We have reason to suspect that...
She's back. She's safe. Oh, it feels like I've pulled my heart. No, nothing. She looks right as rain, and I'd recognize that attitude anywhere. I know what you're driving at. You're saying I should be worried? Well, out with it. Ritual? What nonsense.
Wake up! Clear your head! Good eye.
Back, you swab! You cannot board this vessel until you have satisfied me, the mighty Flicker!
Look out, she's... Mighty Flicker? From the saga of Captain Wereshark? That I did not expect. I'm afraid I only have a cursory knowledge of the Captain Wereshark. While that would make an extraordinary claim for the game of... We don't. No need to be...
Ha! Think you can sail with me, wee one? I've felled giants like trees. I've slapped a dragon around until it got down and... Sure, the Wereshark is a fine captain. And there you have it.
follow you like so many others. The high seas run deeper than any river. This one erects the spot. What use is a pirate? I erect the spot.
Think you have, what? So, you've impressed the big bear and the hard turd. You think I'd missed the conversation? That's right.
Your performance could have used more verve, but it seems the Guardians aren't judging on enthusiasm. Oriel above. It's Anise and all the others. They appear to be alive. Let's try waking them.
Yes. Bring Bucktail more sweet rose.
Oh, darling. That's lovely.
Gold. So much gold.
Dare ye cross sabers with Red Anise?
It's a dream. They're all dreaming. This is no normal sleep, but it's not from the spell they're under. I believe so. Now that you... When you're ready, place a hand on Anice's forehead and start counting sails.
Look alive! The dead have come for us!
If you came to help, you have my thanks. What did you... No. Stow it, sailor. That's it then? Well, let's have a look. Prince Vogger's treasure was a book. Didn't know. Red Anise to you, Swabby. This book, this is about Captain Wereshark and Flicka and the others. I remember it now. Crest said that they would make it so I could finally live out my... I know! It was too perfect. I just want to celebrate victory with...
You're awake! Good. It's been a while since I've worked any. So, she stepped right into the story that's in... You're telling me this crest didn't take her place? They traded for it? The deal they made isn't so harmless as they might have... Here we go. Pray that a rude awakening is the worst they have to suffer. It's ready. Wake Anise, and the curse will break.
Farewell, Captain.
This can't be happening. No! He promised.
Where am I? Where's my gold? It was right here!
This can't be happening. I can't be back here. This has to be a bad dream.
There are no sweet rolls here. Why are there no sweet rolls?
All right, so we're awake. Cress is different. They looked like Bugtail when they approached me, but his clothes were covered in ink. Cress didn't look suspicious to me, just sad, vulnerable. I think they were running away too.
She would not.
Mother? I'm sorry.
If you wanted to be rid of me so bad, you could have sent a fake who did her chores.
So sweet. Yes! So
How could you do this? It was a damned sight better. Hesef? Hesef seems happy with his dead? Oh.
Where are we? Wait. So this... Why would he think I'm dead? That's...
Much as I love a happy ending, we haven't quite... It could be that the two spells were mingling. Why indeed? It's easy to guess what motivated these people to pursue their... That's the rub, isn't it? They have a...
Oh, thank you for finding my girl. I followed you. I was glad to see Annie's back in town. But I knew deep down that wasn't my girl, and watching her act the part made the worry in my gut so much. Back at the Happy Crow, I told Braden...
We will trust Mile to see these people safely back to town. You and I should...
Hey, you! Have you seen Anise? Have you seen Anise? She ran off. I knew I shouldn't have let Hesef watch her alone. Mile asked me to keep the girl occupied, so I kept... They were playing... Hold on, real Anise? Who was it we've been watching this whole time?
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. You're the one I don't know. Why are you here? I didn't run away again, I promise. Excuse me? You don't even know me. I'm hurt.
Enough of this charade, Cress. Off with your false face.
What are you... Ah!
You're A Daedra?
Wait! Don't hurt me. I didn't do anything. I just gave them what they wanted. I just want to live. Like you. To the unbound library of the one who knows. I kept getting it wrong. Yes, please. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I won't cause it. Well, I need a mortal pack to do anything.
So, this pitiable creature wants to... I know that suffocating feeling. Misguided as Cress was, I don't believe they acted. It may fly in the face of common sense, but I think Cress might have the makings of a fine player. They're a bit unrefined, but taking on a new role seems to come naturally, and they'll never forget their lines. I could sponsor them to the house. Better not to risk becoming another cautionary tale. It would be foolish to ignore Yes, I'd rather not resort to violence. Hopefully, Cress won't fight the banishment. This is the end, it seems. Let's see it through together. I'm sorry, Cress. Even if you mean no harm, you are the cause of it.
I'm sorry if I hurt those people. I hope they recover. Please, tell them I was glad to know them.
The Daedra is gone, though the rifts they caused will remain for some time.